mind, ready to explore right up in the sky. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock. Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Football Chatbox. My name is Ryan and welcome to the deadline stream. We are going to be discussing Double Gameweek 23, questions, teams, everything. What is in right now on screen is my current team. Welcome to people in the chat. Welcome to Emol. He is asking, or he or she is asking a question. Salah to KDB for a -4. Salah to KDB for a it could work out, but the thing is you're going to look to bring Salah back in for game week 24 again. So feels kind of like an unnecessary move for a -4. For a -4, I probably won't do it because of the fact that you will potentially be bringing Salah back in again for 24. But I mean, if you're going to captain him, right? If you're going to captain, I like KDB. I think KDB is one of the best captaincy options this week. So if you're going to captain him, yeah, it could work out if you want to. But you're probably going to have to bring Salah back in by the looks of it, I think, for 24, if not 25. But I'm not against it, but -4, maybe not. Me personally, initially I was thinking of bringing Villa players in for the double game week, assuming Villa got the double, but they didn't, and it's only Watford by the looks of it. So I've started Forster in goal, and right now the armband is on Dennis. I probably won't bring in Josh King, and I'm keeping Ronaldo. Now I saw a potential double game week 23. So not 20, double game week 25 news for Ronaldo that Ralph Ragnick mentioned, or whether he leaked it or what, I don't know, that potentially Manchester United could get a double game week in 25. Then which means I'm like, okay, maybe I keep Ronaldo until then. Or if Bruno Fernandes starts performing, then I keep Bruno and maybe sell Ronaldo to get Salah. But like, I'm not really sure yet what I'm going to do with that. We'll have to see. But right now, at the moment, I'm thinking of saving my free transfer, going ahead with this squad and see how it goes, I guess. Because I think I also have Fernandes. You also have Fernandes? Oh, that's good. That's not too bad. Yeah. See, I think KDB is a really good shout. What's your other move though? What is the other move you're making to get this -4? Who is the other transfer you're making? That's the question, I guess. So if you who else are you bringing a Watford player, and that's why you're taking the -4. Me personally, right now, probably going to keep this team. Don't really want to be starting Alonso against Spurs, but if I can save the free transfer, I think I will, and take the Alonso, because I'm looking at any other defender and looking at the fixtures, right? For anyone else, like I would have wanted to be Luca Digne in, but he's playing Everton, and if he got the double, I would have bought him. Rudiger to Cancelo. Yes. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that move I will do. Rudiger to Cancelo, I will definitely do. The the first free transfer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That move I'll definitely do. Um, it's just a -4 to bring in KDB as well is what I am not really sure. I mean, it could pay off, right? It could very well pay off. Um, but selling Salah to bring, and then again bringing back Salah is what I'm not sure. Welcome Mark as well. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. Lamptey and Antonio out for Laporte and Dennis King. Lamptey and Antonio out for Laporte and Dennis/King. Yeah, that's not too bad. I think Laporte is a good shout. Lamptey's getting his minutes managed right by Brighton, so I probably will take him out. Um, City's fixture run is pretty good, so I don't mind Laporte as well as an option to bring in. So I would do that transfer, yes. Um, and Dennis and King, yeah, that I would do that as well. Yeah, yeah. That go ahead, Mark. That sounds good. Also, for anyone who is here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, guys, because it really does help the channel. And we're trying to get to 100 subs. We are on 83 at the moment, so 17 away. So do hit that subscribe button. It will be very helpful. This is what I'm going with. At the moment, this is how it's looking like. I'm looking at like FPL review. And where is it? Did it pop up? Did it pop up? Yes, it did. So FPL review, in their model, they seem to have King and Dennis as the possibly top high scoring points for this game week. Ronaldo followed by that, Rafinha after that. Pope is on there maybe because of the fact that he's playing 2 games. After that, it's Trent, De Bruyne. So it favors the Watford strikers as the possibility for highest point scoring. Um, so that's not too bad. In terms of fixtures, right? We're looking at it. This is from Lego Mane on FPL. So Burnley, obviously now they are playing. Where's it? They're playing Watford, right? So they have 4 left after this. And Watford, on the other hand, have Crystal Palace and Wolves. Now, I don't know what Crystal Palace and Wolves are. Well, will Watford get another double game week in 25, maybe, or 26? Not really sure. Um, so right now, this is how it is. They do have another 2 good double game weeks for Watford, so not too bad bringing in a Watford player for anyone who's thinking about it. Um, so that could actually help. But for me right now, I'm thinking save the transfer, because we have to keep in mind, right? There's international break as well, so the second game is most likely going to be happening after the international break. So we have this bit, then international break, and then Burnley play Watford. So anything can happen between now and the international break as well. Keep that in mind. But highly unlikely that Burnley eventually get another game called off as well. So for now, I think Watford could be a good option to bring in players for anyone who's looking into it. If anyone else also has any questions, do put it in the chat. Um, Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys, because trying to get to 100 subs right now on 83. I'm also trying to look on like Twitter to see if you can find actually anything, any questions or anything that anyone's, or like even any type of news. See where the community is like kind of heading. Right now, everyone seems to be like looking into Captain in Dennis, which Captain Dennis or King. If you have either one, it's fine. I don't think like would I double up on Watford players? Probably. I mean the Watford attackers probably not, or even triple up. I probably won't do that on Watford. I'm happy with the two players I already own. I probably won't look to bring in this thing. Continue to start from Brian. Welcome, Brian. Welcome to the channel. Continue to start, maybe, but will he play the full 90 minutes? I don't think so. So he hasn't played a full 90 minutes, I think, for more than a year, if I'm not mistaken. So you might want to keep that in eye. So that's a bit of a worry. He might start, but I don't think he'll play the full 90. Mark has put his team. Mark team right now is De Gea, Cancelo, Trent, Reguilon, KDB, Jota, Bowen, Gordon, Watkins, CR7, Antonio, bench, Ward, Lamptey, Johnson, Brownhill. The transfer will be a -4. Okay, yeah, fine. That's fine because the players you're bringing in for a -4 is not too bad, and the ones you're taking out are also not too bad. You do have bench defensive issues which you kind of need to fix as well. So you're kind of like addressing that while bringing in Laporte, and then also you're bringing the double gaming player. Um, the thing with Hudiel, CR7, Antonio, and Watkins. Yeah, I'll keep Watkins. I'll keep Ronaldo as well. Because they could potentially be getting a double game week in 25 by the looks of it. So I'll probably keep Ronaldo as well. Antonio, yeah, I don't mind getting rid. Like me myself, I'm benching Antonio against United. Um, but the next few fixtures are pretty good. It is pretty good. But I don't know. Like his Antonio's looked like he's needed a rest for quite a few games that I've watched and I've seen highlights of. Like, and people saying also like Antonio seems a bit more like tired and all. So I don't know. I'm not against taking out Antonio and bringing in a Watford player if you don't have Watford player. Trying to look at Twitter as well. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you can check my handle, which is right below me. You can follow me on Twitter. So from Ralph Ragnick's press conference, it seems like United could potentially double game week 25 could be against Southampton and Brighton, which is not a bad double game week to go against. Which means now I'm wondering, should I keep? Now we know that okay, we don't know confirmly, but it's most likely that Salah will return from AFCON for Liverpool for game week 24, and if that happens, then I have to either get rid of Ronaldo or Fernandes. I can't have both and try to have Salah as well. It's just not possible. But if United are gonna double in 25, oh wait, why am I starting Henderson? That's a bad move. No. Okay, I'm starting Antonio against United. I'm not starting Henderson. No, thank you. If United are going to double in 25, right? Now I'm wondering whether I should actually like maybe keep those guys. And the problem is Salah will be playing Leicester in 24, which is not too bad. You don't really have to own him, but 25 he's going to be playing Burnley, and then 26 he'll be playing Norwich, and in potentially Liverpool double in against. Liverpool potentially double in 26. So I'm not sure whether I want to like avoid avoid Salah until then. If Ronaldo doesn't perform against West Ham, I'm hoping he does. I'm kind of hoping that his tantrums that he threw against the Brentford game, he takes that into the West Ham game and actually like performs and tries to get a few goals. So if he does perform against West Ham, then I might keep him. If he doesn't perform against West Ham as well, Then Burnley, Southampton, Leeds, Watford. I don't know. Maybe I can keep him for Burnley, but then after that, if Southampton, Leeds, Watford, it's a bit hard to avoid Salah as well because Salah has some good fixtures and going to be captain. I mean, if he doubles in 27, 26 as well, it's a bit hard to avoid Salah. But yeah, I mean, things can change. Will our transfers will most likely also change depending on who doubles in 24. So I mean, right now we have been very reactive, so we can't really plan per se. We have to kind of like wait and see what happens with the double game week news, and then based on that, kind of like react. So that's what's happening right now, in terms of transfers as well. Coutinho maybe will start after 60 minutes. Yes, that could also happen. I don't know. Gerard had his press conference? I don't think so, right? Um, like I wouldn't be surprised if Coutinho is eased into it. The other thing to keep in mind is Coutinho. I think he has been called up for the Brazil squad, so he will be going on international duty as well. Um, so keep that in mind as well. I mean, I could see Coutinho starting and then kind of like getting subbed off at about 60s, not 60, maybe 70 minutes, getting subbed off because I don't think he will play the full 90, but he will feature. Again, question is how much. I think he might start based on the fact that he had a good off the bench performance, and who Aston Villa playing? They're playing Everton, right? It's not an easy game per se, and Gerard will want to try and get the win, so I could see him potentially starting Coutinho. So you never know. It could happen. Also, we have about 4 people in the chat, which is pretty good. Make sure to hit that subscribe button because it does help the channel. We are trying to get to 100 subscribers, and also hit that like button because that means a lot more people can find the stream. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Try to hit 100 right now on 83. Brian has said Coutinho most transferred in player. Yes, Coutinho is the most transferred in, but that is also due to the fact that yeah, so 574,000 compared to everyone else. Yeah, so Coutinho is the most transferred in. I think that might have been also players thinking that he's going to double, which he isn't. So because he isn't doubling, I'm not too worried in terms of bringing in Coutinho, although I think Coutinho is still a pretty good option, and I myself will probably look into how I can try and fit him into this midfield. uh, it could be tempting to do Jota to Salah, or like eventually get Salah and then drop Jota to Coutinho. Um, I don't know. There are a few options how this could go, so we'll see. But Coutinho is tempting to bring in, but I don't know about this game week. But double game week 24, got double game week in 24, so it's a good option. Yes, I mean, oh well, we don't know, right? It's not confirmed that they're gonna get a double game week in 24. If they do get a double game week in 24, then I mean you could play it, but keep it in mind that he is going for international duty and coming back. I would have preferred if he didn't go for international duty, which means he would have got more time to train with um, the squad. But no, in terms of like points, right? So now this is on FPL review. For the next 5 game weeks, at least they kind of like say that Ronaldo, De Bruyne, Kane, Salah is going to be blanking twice and is still like on that list as good potential options. So we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, this will change. It's just a model. It'll change. Data will change based on what's going to happen. But yeah, could happen. Could not happen. I agree. He needs more time. Yeah. Yeah, he probably needs more. I think I need one more game to see with Coutinho, see how he performs in Aston Villa. Here's the thing, right? They played United. United make almost at this point. United make every opposition team look good. Because of the fact that the way the United are defending is not great, so they kind of like they do make the opposition look good. So I wouldn't read too much into the game as well. Um, but I think Coutinho needs a bit more game time before he can become like a absolute must buy. And we all know his pedigree, right? In the Premier League, we've seen his pedigree, and we know what he's capable of. I just need to see a bit more from him, and see how Gerard works his system as well, right? We don't know whether he's going to be playing on the left or whether he's going to be playing more central. There is Bundea as well for Aston Villa, so we kind of have to see what Gerard's system is going to be like. The other player I am interested by from Aston Villa. See, I was initially going to do it this game week if they did double, which was, let me switch to Aston Villa. Luca Digne. I think Luca Digne also could be a really good option. Obviously, these stats are not that great, but we know what he's capable of. Like last season, where was it? 9 assists he had last season with 9 clean sheets. Season before 8 assists. So we know he's a player who's capable of giving good returns. So given that like Gerrard likes to play with attacking fullbacks, I think Luca Digne could be a really good option as well going forward. And for me, I need to drop Alonso next week. If I don't drop him this week, I need to definitely drop Alonso next week, and Luca Digne will be my straight swap. For me right now, I'm thinking I save the free transfer, and then I take off Alonso, to bring in Luca Digne, and then if Everton are doubling, right? See, that's the thing. If Everton are doubling, then I'll probably look into maybe Watkins, or what I could do is I could get rid of Henderson to Coutinho. Then I could probably bring in Coutinho because I would have seen a bit more of Coutinho. Or Jacob Ramsey, right? We don't know. Like Jacob Ramsey looked much better with Coutinho in there because he seemed to be able to move forward a bit more. I mean, Jacob Ramsey at 4.6 could be a massive steal because it kind of like gives you more funds to do things everywhere else. So if Jacob Ramsey also like continues to perform, he could also become a really good option. Because his form recently, so he had a goal here, he had another goal in 17 against Norwich. So it's not too bad, Jacob Ramsey's recent performances. So, I mean, we'll see what Coutinho does to the entire midfield of Aston Villa. How does that impact everything? So it'll be interesting to see that as well. But yeah, we will see how it goes. Um, what are the moves everyone else is making? I'm also interested to kind of like see what Twitter is also like, what's going on. Um, Game week 23. Oh, okay. Let me bring this up for you guys, cause it seems like a pretty useful one. Let me bring it up for you guys. So this is from FPL Sala. Game week 23 predicted points: King, Dennis, Pope, Foster, KDB. So anyone? So I know, Emal, you were looking to do Salah to KDB for -4. I mean, you could potentially, it might pay off. Um, Martinelli, if anyone has an Arsenal player, Joe Pedro, Firmino, Cathcart, Rafinha, Ronaldo, me, Kuka, um, Tarkowski, and Lawton. This is according to the Fantasy Football Hub prediction tool. So this is from FPL Salah. If anyone's interested in predicted points, could be a good option. In terms of moves, okay, now my potential double game week 24 move, um, if Villa do get it for double game week 24, will most likely be two Villa players in terms of Medicash, and I hope like Jacob Ramsey. Now, if this guy can become a good cheap option, I will be pretty tempted to do something like this, which gives me the funds then to where I can potentially bring in Salah as well for Fernandez if I wanted to. Uh, I could do. I can't do. See, this is the thing, right? If I do Coutinho, I can't fit Salah. I don't have the funds for Salah, so I need to go lower. Um, so I probably need to look into like a cheaper Aston Villa player. But ideally, I would like to have Coutinho. out of the midfield, I would like to have Coutinho. Barrett is in the chat. Welcome, Barrett. I got Dennis. Should I bring King as well? Depends on who your other strikers are. Are your other strikers Antonio and Ronaldo, or do you have someone like Watkins and Ronaldo, or do you have Tony? If you have Tony, then yeah, I wouldn't mind bringing in King as well. If you don't, and if you have someone like Antonio and Ronaldo or a Watkins, then I wouldn't. I would just keep that Dennis move. Again, do you have another Watford player as well? Um, because there isn't going to be much like, look at this, these are the predicted points right now. King is edging the predicted points because of the fact that he has penalties in his locker. The other thing is, I was looking at this as well, this is from FPL review. They also have King to slightly edge over Dennis because of the potential of um, what is it potential of penalties and all of that. And also, let me just look at the two, like, even if I look on the fantasy football scout members tool, in terms of comparison, in terms of players, they're not too different. Like King and Dennis are very similar in terms of styles. Like this is King, this is Dennis in terms of the heat maps. Um, Dennis more involved on that right hand side. King a bit more all over the place. Um, this is last 4 game weeks, by the way, in terms of stats like shots. King has a higher xG in the last 4 game weeks compared to Dennis, and like better xGI in general. But in terms of involvement, Dennis seems to be more involved. Like minutes per passes received is a bit better. Goals involvement, Dennis is significantly more than um, King. Bonus points, Dennis is a bit better. Goal threat, Dennis is a bit better. So in terms of goal threat, Dennis is a bit better than Josh King. But Josh King just has a bit more like passing stuff as well involved in his play, which is why he's a bit more higher in terms of expected points. And he also has penalties in his locker. I got Antonio and Eduardo and Dennis. So swappable Eduardo for King to Watford players. Yeah, that move I don't mind. Um, yeah, I would do Eduardo. Cause what's his form been like? Crystal Palace. Who are they playing? They're playing Liverpool. Yeah. I'll make that move. His form has been decent, not too bad. But I will make that move given that they face Liverpool, Norwich and Brentford. Not the hardest fixtures, but then Chelsea after that. Yeah, there is a possibility that Watford get another double game week as well. So I would probably do that move. Yes, but that means you'll be doing it for a -4, right? Yeah, maybe it might work for a -4, possibly. Yeah, I wouldn't be too against it. Also, for again, anyone watching, make sure to hit the like button, guys. Hit that subscribe button as well. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers, so hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and yeah, if you have any questions, put it in the chat. So far, been pretty good interaction as well, so not too bad. Also, do follow me on Twitter if you guys want to follow me on Twitter. At Ryan_MS28. Do follow me on Twitter as well for anyone who wants. But yeah. Trying to look at any other news. Trying to look at any other news. Can't seem to find any other news. It doesn't seem like it. So, yeah. I was about to bring in Edison until Watford double game week was confirmed and had Foster on the bench. Okay, that's good. Yeah. I mean, Edison is a good move. You're guaranteed like clean sheets, but here's the thing with a City goalkeeper, right? You're most likely going to be wanting three City outfield players than two City outfield players, if that makes sense, because you could always switch from one defender to two City midfielders, or one City midfielder to two City defenders. You're most likely going to be in those kind of positions way more than you're going to be in like just one City midfielder and one City defender. Um, so, I mean, Edison is not a bad shot. Like, you're kind of like guaranteed clean sheets almost every game. But I think there are much better combinations that you can do going forward if you don't lock yourself into a City goalkeeper. But yeah, Edison isn't a bad shot. But just like in general, for me, I would prefer to have the possibility to always like get a Laporte or get a KDB, something like that, without having to like take out my existing City players as well. My thoughts were Edison was safe from the pep rotation and some great games coming up. Yeah, that's true. That's why I said you're guaranteed a clean, or you're almost like guaranteed clean sheet and a start from Edison. With the way that City are going. So I mean, you could probably do that, but yeah. King 4PS1 says King. What about King? Do you want to? You mean bring in King? Yeah, if you want to bring King, I think it's a good shot. But what exactly about King? Also, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to 100 subs, so make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Another thing I was looking was, I just want to see where. Yeah, here we go. So Burnley. So wait, where is Dennis? Dennis. So Burnley and Norwich concede most chances from their left, right? So Burnley and Norwich concede the most chances from their left, and Dennis plays on Watford's right, which means there is going to be quite a lot of options, or like quite a lot of opportunities. Sorry, quite a lot of opportunities for Dennis. Um, so keep that in mind, because I'm looking at like chances conceded for some of the teams, and from the left, Burnley and Norwich for Burnley and Norwich specifically, they concede the most from their left. After that, um, for them is the central zone, which is what no. So for Burnley it is left. After that it's center and then right, but for Norwich it's left, then right and then center. So Norwich don't concede too many from their center, which is where Josh King operates. So if you were to pick from between King and Dennis, I would go Dennis. If you had to pick one that you can bring in, I would probably go Dennis. I don't have Watford assets. Who must be my cap from Cancelo, TA, Jota, or CR7? I would go. Okay, first of all, welcome Geeta. Welcome to the channel. For your captain, because you don't have Watford assets, I would go Cancelo. Um, for me, it's either between Cancelo or Trent from those two. Ronaldo, I think, see, Ronaldo could do well. And in terms of predicted points, where is that? Let me actually get it back up. In terms of predicted points, Ronaldo is there. Um, Even for like the this week game week 23, Ronaldo is up there, but I don't know. I just feel like Cancelo has been returning the last few weeks. That Cancelo is a pretty good option. Um, like look at that, 11 points, 6, 4, 18. Just the Arsenal game, which was a bit of a problem, but whenever they usually play like the lower side teams, at least a clean sheet is guaranteed by the looks of it. So I would go Cancelo, but Trent is also a good option. Ronaldo, I just don't know what Ronaldo is going to appear, which is the problem. I mean, he could potentially outscore all of them, but he's just at the moment so inconsistent. So it's a bit hard to give him the captain's armband when he's so inconsistent. Like I've captained Ronaldo a couple times, and whenever I captain Ronaldo, apart from the first week that I bought him in and captained him, most other weeks it's kind of failed on me. So yeah, I don't know. He hasn't been that consistent compared to maybe like a Cancelo and Trent, who seem to be a bit more consistent, at least with clean sheets as well. Trent especially. It's just that I can see Crystal Palace a bit more. I can see Crystal Palace scoring a goal a bit more. Like the possibility of Crystal Palace scoring a goal is a bit higher than Southampton scoring a goal. At least that's what I can see. But apart from that, I think both are good captaincy shots. Um, Jota, on the other hand, not too convinced by Jota. Like he can go missing at times. Sometimes he can score. So Jota is a hit or miss kind of thing. But I mean, you could potentially still bring Watford assets even if you don't want to captain them. Um, like I would try and bring at least one Watford asset, even if I'm not going to captain them, because I think it could be useful. They're going. I mean, it's not like they're going against Burnley and Norwich. It's probably as easy as it comes, which is why I think they could be a good chance to like captain them. Also, we've been moving about between 4 to 2 viewers, so hit that like button, guys. It helps the channel to be found out way more. So make sure to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button as well. It really does help. Let me get up. If you have any other questions, do let me know. So this is what at the moment, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I will potentially be going with, and saving the transfer. Had a good return last week. Unfortunately, didn't captain Bruno. So like, look at this. I captained Ronaldo and he failed on me. Uh, should I captain Bruno? But oh well. Okay. Anything else? I've kind of like covered what I wanted. Dennis and King, we kind of like looked at the comparison. This is from Fantasy Football Scout. If you guys want to sign up, the link is in the description. This is for the members area. You guys can check the link in the description to sign up for the members area if you are interested. It's pretty helpful. It's helped me quite a bit to try and look at some stats. This is just a comparison versus King versus Dennis, and Dennis did have the higher XGI, but in terms of involvement, uh, King had the higher XGI, but in terms of involvement, Dennis was a bit more. Dennis had better involvement as well as better BPS baseline, which means his chances of getting the bonus points are also higher. For anyone who's interested in picking between the two, if you were to pick from the two, if you wanted to pick between Dennis and King, I would probably go Dennis. Um, but keep in mind, King does have the possibility of penalties because he has that in his armband, in his locker. So, I mean, that's another reason. If you wanted to double up on both, I'm not against it. But keep in mind that, not keep in mind, sorry, what, try and like find, depends on who you're dropping actually. If you're dropping someone like a Ronaldo, I won't do it. If you're dropping Watkins, I won't do it. If you're dropping Antonio, maybe I will consider it. Uh, if you're dropping anyone else, yeah, I probably will do it. But for like Ronaldo or Watkins, I probably won't drop those two. If you're trying to bring in another Watford striker as well, additionally. If you don't own any Watford assets, your best captaincy shouts for me for this game week especially is Cancelo, Trent, KDB. I think KDB is probably the best captaincy shout for me, to be honest. For me, it'll be KDB, Cancelo, Trent. Those are my top three if you don't have Watford assets. And on the outside shout, it will be Martinelli for Arsenal, as Arsenal play Burnley as well. So that'll probably be my top four in terms of captaincy shouts. Martinelli being like the off chance. But yeah. Okay. Trying to look for more news. Mm, no, it doesn't seem like anything. Okay. Anyways, finally, um, so like I said before, Burnley and Norwich both concede most of their chances from the left, from their left, which is Watford's right. So Dennis could be involved a bit more. Um, Josh King has penalties in his locker. If you have either, I think they are decent captaincy choices. Although I'm still very tempted. If you have KDB, then I'll be on like the 50-50 margin between captaining either KDB or a Watford player because I think KDB is still one of the best captaincy options for this game week. So if you do have KDB, I will be probably looking at either captaining him or a Watford player. But I don't have KDB, so that's why I'm just going to captain a Watford player. And probably vice captains on Cancelo. In terms of everything else, nothing really. Do follow me on Twitter. If you have any further questions, do hit the follow button on Twitter as well. You can find my handle just below my camera, this thing, at Ryan underscore MS28. So do hit the follow button on Twitter as well. Does anyone else have any questions? Also, if you're new, do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, guys, because we're trying to get to 100 subs, and I think we're right now on, we've gone 2 subscribers up as well, so we are on 85. We're trying to get 100 subs, so do hit the subscribe button as well. And yeah, if you have any questions, do let me know. Put it in the chat. I will try and answer anything I can. Again, top points scorers from game week 23, King and Dennis, by the looks of it. And this is probably going to be my team. Also, we do a panel team, and I think the panel team is also, check the podcast out. We did a podcast. It's probably going to remain the same. No changes there. Dennis, my captaincy option. Um, but yeah, this is how the team's looking. De Gea dropped to the bench for Foster in start. Will Foster get 2 clean sheets? Probably a very unlikely that he gets 2 clean sheets. Um, but I mean, you just gotta try it and see, right? It's a risky move. You might as well try it, see how it goes. If it works, it works. If not, unlucky. But yeah, we will try it and see how it goes, I guess. Alright, I think we will be ending soon. If anyone doesn't have any other questions, um, I'll be looking to end it soon, unless anyone has any questions. If anyone has any questions, do put it in the chat. I will try and end. Uh, Either now or in the next 10 minutes, we'll most likely end the stream as well. So if anyone has any questions, do put it up. Meanwhile, I am looking to see if I can find any news on team sheets, potential doubles. Also, potential double game week news announcement is Manchester United could potentially double in game week 25. Keep that in mind. Ragnick did kind of mention it in his press conference as well. So if you have any United players, and if maybe you're looking to get rid of Ronaldo for a Watford player, maybe think about that twice before doing something like that. So keep that in mind as well. But yeah, that's most likely it from me. Unless anyone else has any questions in the next 2 minutes. If not, yeah. Also, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We got about 7 likes, which is cool, which is sick. Can we end it on like 10 likes? Can we end the stream on 10 likes? Maybe, maybe not. If you have any questions, also let me know. Hit the subscribe button as well. And yeah, I'll be on as well for a few more minutes. If anyone has any last minute questions. And even if it's not to do with this game week, if you have anything to ask for like the upcoming game weeks, let me know as well. I don't mind answering a few of them. Also keep in mind that there is an international break in between the Burnley versus Watford between Burnley's second game, there is an international break as well. So keep that in mind. The same thing applies for any other player as well. Like and also Coutinho and Rafinha are being called up to Brazil as well, so they will be going on international duty. For anyone who's looking to bring in either of those players, that could also keep that in mind. But yeah, I will most likely be ending it in the next 2 minutes if there is no other questions. Do hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well, guys. It kind of helps the channel to be found. We've managed to get to 85 subscribers today. So we gained another 2 subscribers, which is pretty great. Real happy with that. Trying to get to 100 subscribers, so do hit that sub, do hit that like button. Anyone with questions, let me know. Finally, let me just show you guys that these are the fixtures that need to be rescheduled. This is from Lego Mane on Twitter. Burnley have 4 more. Watford have 2 more. Could potentially get one in 25 or 26. Manchester United have Brighton that they have to face, and by the looks of it, it seems like they will get their double game week in 25, based on the press conference from Ralph Ragnick. Arsenal also have a few double game weeks. Will be very interested to see where actually their double game weeks get put. Aston Villa could potentially have a double game week in 24. Could be Leeds actually, which will be very tempting. I don't know if it's Burnley or Leeds. I'm not really sure. It could be one of the two. It could be Burnley as well. Who are Aston Villa playing in 24? Aston Villa are playing Leeds. Okay, so it can't be Leeds. So that means Aston Villa will probably get Burnley and Leeds in 24. So that could be an option as well. for Aston Villa, for anyone looking to bring in Villa players, that could be another option as well, where they get Burnley and Leeds they play in 24. I think that will also be a good move for anyone looking to bring in a Watkins, a Luca Digne, Coutinho. Those are a few good moves upcoming ahead. So by the looks of it, by the way things are shaping out, it seems like Villa double in game week 24, United double in game week 25, Liverpool double in game week 26. Those are kind of how we are kind of predicting how things will move and how things will go. So we'll see how it goes further on, but that's kind of how it's looking like right now. But yeah, if there are no further questions, I will call it a day. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well. We have managed to hit 9 likes. Can we hit it 10? Can we hit 10 likes? Can we get to 10 likes? And probably end the stream from there. If there are any final questions, let me know as well. If not, I think we will call it a day. This is now 2 weeks. But yeah, okay. If there are no further questions, I think I'll end the stream. I hope everyone has a good double game week. I hope we can end it on a great. Hope green arrows for everyone. Norwich versus Watford will be the first game of the game week, which is interesting. Captain playing in the first game itself. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. Early morning game for us here in FPL Australia. But this is my team. This is how it's going. Saving the free transfer. Rolling the free transfer for game week 24. We'll see what happens. Game week 24, by the looks of it, Villa going to get double. And then in 25, potentially a United double. And then in 26, potentially a Liverpool double. So lots of doubles incoming. This is the team. These are the fixtures left to play. In terms of potential players between King and Dennis, I do like Dennis over King, especially for goal involvement. Also, the fact that Burnley and Norwich are more weaker on their left-hand side, which is kind of like interesting as well as a stat. I usually like that when picking a captaincy option as well. When looking at that, that's why when I was picking Salah as captaincy option before he became perma captain, he was always going against fullbacks who were, or teams that were conceding more on his side. So that could be a good option as well. But yeah, I think we will call it a day. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to hit the likes button, hit that subscribe button as well. We've jumped to 6 concurrent viewers. But anyway, if anyone has any final questions, add it in the chat. If you don't have any questions, I will probably end the stream. There are about 5 people on the chat, 5 people watching as well. So thank you all for watching. Hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 100 subs. Currently, we've gone to 85 subscribers, which is insane. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. That's my team. If anyone has any questions, chuck it in the chat. If not, we'll most likely end it. We've been on for almost an hour, I think, the stream, which is pretty good. Not too bad. Yeah, almost an hour. Which an hour almost. Also, hit that like button, guys. It helps the stream to be found. I'm just looking on FPL news. Here's a final thing that I found. So Dennis has had more XGI in their last 8 matches. The other thing is Dennis has been subbed a bit more. than Josh King, but he's also accumulated more points in the last few. The other thing is what am I looking? What am I looking? Uh, we're just looking at a TED Talks FPL thread, which is pretty interesting. Um, so this is done from TED Talks FPL. You can go follow him on. Dennis' fixture timeline shows that his only surprising blank came in the last game versus Newcastle, where King had the better chances. And King's timeline shows spikes in non-penalty XG against Leicester, Brentford, West Ham, and Newcastle, but his conversion remains poor. See, this is the thing with Josh King. He gets his really good chances, but he doesn't kind of like finish it, which is a bit annoying. But as a Dennis owner, Dennis seems to be converting most of his chances at least, compared to Josh King. Then Watford double against Norwich. Burnley, both opponents are surprisingly medical. Burnley haven't considered a pen this season compared with Norwich's 6. So Norwich have considered quite a lot of penalties. Keep this in mind because it could benefit King, but Burnley haven't. Form versus stats, yeah. So that's the thing, right? This game, I mean, here's what's gonna happen. If you get either Dennis or King and the other one scores, right, don't be too worried about it, guys, because I mean it happens. Like the Bruno versus Ronaldo thing was a classic thing. Bruno hauled, Ronaldo didn't. Was unlucky. It's just variance in FPL. It could happen. So don't worry too much about it if you manage to bring in, like, if you bring one player and the other one scores, it is what it is, right? These things happen, and you just kind of have to take it on the chin, and you just got to move. But yeah, that is basically it. Make sure to hit the follow button, hit the like button as well. I think we managed to hit 10 likes, which is pretty cool. If anyone has any questions, chuck it in the chat. If not, I will most likely end it. We've been up for almost an hour in terms of streaming. If you have any further questions, and if you don't have them right now, just follow me on Twitter at Ryan_MS28. I'll answer your questions on Twitter. And also, yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, trying to get to 100 subs. I've told it a couple times now, I've told it too many times right now. But we're just trying to get to the 100 sub goal. And yeah, I will most likely be doing a few videos during the international break. So let me know if you want to see and a few video ideas for the international break. During the international break, if you want to see some video ideas, if you want to see like a mid-season review on players who perform really well or something like that, give me an idea in the comments below. And I will try and come up with a few video ideas for the next week, because there isn't going to be much content otherwise. So let me know what you guys think. But yeah, this is going to be my team. Supercon is in the chat. He says hi. Oh yeah. Gita also said, any news on Aston Villa double game week? Supercon, wait, okay, let me answer Gita's. Gita, any news on Aston Villa double game week? By the looks of it, potentially double game week 24 from what I've heard, but right now nothing confirmed. Supercon has asked, what about Coutinho? Okay, so Coutinho, we discussed this a bit earlier as well, but I'll repeat again. I think he's a good option. I don't think he plays the full 90 minutes. I know he is the most transferred in player for this round, but I think that's because a lot of people thought Coutinho was going to double. I think he's a really good option going forward. Just for this specific game week, I mean, this specific game week, I think his minutes are still going to be managed. He won't play the full 90, most likely not, because from what I've heard, he hasn't played a full 90 minutes for like the last year or so. So I don't think Gerrard will play him for a full 90 minutes. So there are two possible scenarios. Either he starts and gets about 70 odd minutes and comes off, or he comes off the bench at about 60 odd mark and then plays for the remaining 30 minutes. Most likely, I think he comes off. He starts and comes off at about the 70 odd mark. That's what I'm thinking. Could he get attacking returns during that time? Possibly, yeah, he could. But me personally, I think I'm gonna wait one more game week to kind of like see um, with regards to Coutinho. Wait a game week, see how it goes before actually deciding if I want to bring in Coutinho or not. Um, because there is the case of Jacob Ramsey as well, which I spoke about. And if Jacob Ramsey, I mean, if Jacob Ramsey seems to be playing in a bit more attacking roles, I actually am tempted as him for a fifth midfielder because of the fact that I need to try and fit in Salah as well, and my funds are slightly short to be able to fit Salah in right now. There is also that talk that has just been leaked by Ralph Ragnick of a potential double game week 25 for Manchester United, which means I will have to potentially wait on Salah and hold Ronaldo and Fernandes as well. So I don't know. There's a lot happening. First, I think there's no need to rush for Coutinho now itself because he's also going on international break. He's going to be playing he's going on international break for Brazil, but will he play games there? I'm not really sure. He might get a few minutes. I don't think he'll get too many. So there's no rush really to bring in Coutinho for game week 23. You can probably wait one more week, see how he performs for Aston Villa, see what his role is like, and then decide to bring him. Why use Henderson instead of other attacking mid, Saka, Rafinha, or other? At the time I bought in Henderson, um, I couldn't afford any of those players that you mentioned just there. So I tried to find like some cheap midfielder who was going to play, and I most likely wasn't going to use him at all. Like I have hardly used Henderson. I just wanted a cheap midfielder, and I had only about 5.1 I think at the time. So he kind of like fit the budget, so I like bought Henderson in, but I haven't used him. I just didn't have the budget to bring in the likes of Saka or Rafinha at that time. I think I still don't have the budget to bring in Saka or Rafinha. I didn't bring in Saka mainly. I don't have the budget because 6.4 for Saka and Rafinha is 6.6 right now. Even if I was to drop Henderson, I'll go only to 6.1. So yeah. Also, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We picked at about 9 viewers, so make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well. If you guys have any questions, do let me know. If not, I will most likely be looking to end the stream soon. But there are quite a few. There are actually quite a lot of people in the chat as well, from the looks of it. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. We're trying to get to 100 subs, and hit the like button as well. And we've passed the 10 like mark, which is sick. That was my goal for this stream, so we managed to pass that on stream live as well. But yeah, this is my team for game week 23. I am saving the transfer. I'm going to roll the transfer so that when it comes to game week 24, I kind of like I can potentially do 2 transfers, and if needed, a third for a -4, depending on what we hear with regards to double game week news for 24 and maybe even 25. We don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. If not, and if you want to ask some questions later, you can follow me on Twitter. My handle is right below. It's at Ryan_MS28. Make sure to hit the subscribe button because we're trying to get to 100 subs. And yeah, hit the like button as well. If you have any questions and you want, you can ask it on the comments as well, and I'll answer in the comments, or you can just hit me up on Twitter and I'll answer it on Twitter. JR, welcome to the chat. Want to buy Watford attacker, but who to sell? Antonio, Watkins, or DCL? Ooh, Antonio, Watkins, or DCL? Where is the Everton? Everton have Burnley, Newcastle, and Leicester to play. Their upcoming fixtures are Newcastle, Leeds, Southampton, Aston Villa. Okay. I would drop Antonio. To bring in a Watford attacker. Opinion on playing Antonio. Is Antonio a big risk? You mean big risk as in like could haul against United? I don't know if he could haul against United. again, if it depends on your squad. Who do you have in your squad? Who are you choosing to play over Antonio? That depends on your squad. So if you have someone else to play over Antonio, who is a decent option, then I would, like initially in my plans, if Villa were to double, I would have most likely sold Antonio for Watkins. So I'm not against dropping Antonio as well. It's just that Villa aren't doubling. I already have Dennis. I don't really want to bring in King as well. Um, so I'm happy keeping my team as it is right now. Also, Antonio hasn't looked that great in the last few games. Even though he's like slowly been returning points, in game it's not that always like he looks pretty tired in game as well. So I don't know. I am happy to at the moment keep him because I don't have to bring anyone else. And the next few fixtures are pretty good. I mean, Watford, Leicester, and Newcastle, which are not bad as well in terms of fixtures. All three of these teams are leaky defenses as well. After that, it gets hard. So, I mean, you could potentially drop him and bring in a Watford striker. I don't mind. Morpe, Gallagher, Dennis for Antonio. You mean either one of those or Mope, Gallagher, Dennis for Antonio? Is it either one of those for Antonio? If so, I would go Dennis for Antonio. Uh, if that's the question. Uh, Amazed, welcome to the channel. Smith Rowe to Saka. Smith Rowe to Saka, yes, could be a good move. Smith Rowe to Saka could be a good move, actually, because Arsenal do have good fixtures. The one problem is it depends whether you have a good um, another good midfielder or striker to bench Saka when they're not playing in 25 and 27. If you have someone like that, I mean, you already had Smith Rowe, right? So you might as well. I guess, yeah, I'll do it. If you had Smith Rowe to Saka, I would probably do it. The other one you could probably look at is Martinelli to free up some cash. I think Martinelli is also a really good option if you wanted to free up some cash to bring in other players. Smith Rowe to Martinelli also could be a good shot. I had Smith Rowe before and then I got rid of him. But if I was to bring in an Arsenal player right now, it would be either a Saka or it would be a Martinelli at the present moment. I would probably tend towards Martinelli more because he's 1 million cheaper. Because you could do a lot with 1 million for the rest of your squad as well. Also, we could probably answer this question. So I can let me bring in Smith Rowe. Oh no. There we go, Smith Rowe. And you wanted Saka? Let's compare. I don't think Smith Rowe has had much from the last 4 game weeks. Yeah, see, this is the thing, right? Last 4 game weeks, Smith Rowe has been subbed on quite a lot. So Saka clearly outperformed Smith Rowe. So you probably might want to look at Martinelli. Thanks, mate. No worries. Yeah, so when you compare Martinelli and Saka, Saka's still the better pick, but Martinelli with that 1 point cheaper and also better XG. So Martinelli has a better XG than Saka. But Saka's, I think, where does he beat him? He beats him in touches, passes, obviously, yeah, that doesn't matter too much, but yeah, here we go. Saka beats Martinelli significantly in goal involvement and bonus points. So Saka does have the edge in terms of that. Should we wait to bring Digne in? Yes. I think you can wait 1 more week to bring Digne in. Because of the fact that Everton will be having not exactly a new manager, but playing under Duncan Ferguson, so could have a new manager bounce. So I would wait 1 more week. I think Everton would score against Aston Villa. I can see that happening. So I don't mind waiting 1 more week. Also, opinion on Wolves defender right now. Wolves, Here's the thing, right? With Wolves, they kind of have been overperforming in terms of their expected goals conceded. They should have conceded way more, but they've kind of like managed to be keeping those 1-0s right now. Brent against Brentford, I think is a good choice to bring in a Wolves defender. After that, Arsenal, Tottenham, Leicester, West Ham. Four really tough fixtures, which is going to be pretty hard to keep a clean sheet against one of these in these four. So what you can do is, if you want to bench the Wolves defender, buy a cheap one and bench them for the 4 games, it's fine. Because after that, I think they have a really good run, and I would target a Wolves defender during this period. It's just that these 4 fixtures are pretty hard right now. You kind of like missed, like they've had pretty tough fixtures before as well, and they managed to keep clean sheets for some of them. But yeah, I just think Arsenal, Tottenham, and West Ham pretty tough. Ronaldo to Watkins. Ronaldo, welcome Suman, welcome to the chat. Ronaldo to Watkins. For this game, maybe. Who's your other strikers? Who is your other strikers? That's the question. Because it's looking like now it's looking like United potentially double in game week 25. The one thing that I will mention is, I don't think, let me actually check this, because I don't think West Ham still have their defenders. Because I think the centre backs are kind of like injured and all. So I think West Ham will be a bit more weaker in defense. So kind of gives Ronaldo the edge at the moment. Everton could be new manager bounce. Could see a bit more of a better performance from Everton. So could keep Watkins a bit quiet. I mean, I don't hate it, because I think Aston Villa will double in 24, and then people might be still looking at Watkins to bring Watkins in. So I mean, it could work out. It's one of those 50-50 calls. Like, I think both are still pretty good options. I think Ronaldo, one more week I might keep for West Ham. I know it's a tougher fixture, but I don't know if because of the fact that West Ham seem defensively a bit more weaker. Like, they don't have Abomna. Zuma is also potentially out. Dawson, I'm not sure. So West Ham could be a bit more defensively weaker. But I mean, Ronaldo hasn't been performing as well last few weeks, so you could potentially do it because of the fact that Watkins also has good fixtures. But keep in mind, Ronaldo also has good fixtures. He has Burnley, Southampton, and Leeds and Watford as well. So I mean, they both have good fixtures. It's up to you. It's one of those 50-50 calls. In terms of points, right now, this is on FPL Review. FPL Review have Ronaldo to get the most number of points at the moment for the next few fixtures. This is just the model, by the way, over Watkins. Suggest a transfer. 2 free transfers. Okay, let's see. Welcome, Suprit. Welcome to the chat. Suggest a transfer. De Gea. 2 free transfers. De Gea, Steer, Trent, Cancelo, Rudiger, Reguilon, Sufal, Bowen, Gray, Jota, Foden, Antonio, Watkins, King. Bowen, Gray. How much do you have in the bank, Suprit? That depends on how much you have in the bank. I wouldn't make the 2 free transfers. I'll probably make only 1 free transfer. You seem to have a decent defense. Midfield is where I'll potentially make the move. Heung-min Son, right? You have Heung-min Son. If you can do Son to KDB, if you have the funds to do that, I would probably do that. That's for Suprit. Hey guys, Watkins or DCL, and should I bench Bowen for St. Max? Edison or Foster, thanks for the show. Watkins or DCL? Watkins for me. Should I bench Bowen for St. Max? Yes, because who's Newcastle playing? Newcastle playing Leeds, right? Yeah. Leeds have improved last few weeks. So yeah, I would bench St. Maximin for Bowen, because I don't think United will keep a clean sheet, so I can kind of see Bowen scoring. Bowen's been on pretty good form as well. last few weeks. He's got goals as well, or attacking returns in the last few weeks. So I will start Bowen for that. Edison or Foster? That's a tough one. Edison is kind of guaranteed like a 6-pointer at this point. But you just kind of like want to hope that Foster, if he gets even one clean sheet and the next game he kind of like gets some save points. It's a close one, but I'm going to kind of edge it with the double game week player. So I'll go Foster. Because let's look at Edison, right? I don't think he gets anything more than 6 points. Yeah, look at that. 6-2. This week was a bit of a different one, but usually 6-2, 7, 6-6. So yeah, I mean, you're not going to miss too much. Even if Foster doesn't get a clean sheet in both, then he'll potentially just get 4 points. So you're not missing too much. So I'll probably just take the chance on Foster and go with Foster. 2.5 in the bank for Suprit. Yeah, so you have 2.5 in the bank. That means you can do Sun to KDB. I would do Sun to KDB. I think that's a good shot. I think KDB could be a really good option this week, especially against Southampton. How much is Sun? Sun is 10.6. Yeah, you can probably do Sun to KDB. That will be a pretty good option this week. Hello, Cucurella, Digne, or Cash? And is Digne gonna get rotated? Cucurella, Digne, or Cash? So we spoke about this on the podcast, and I decided right now that I think Digne is a good option. He is the more attacking fullback out of him and Target. Cash also a really good option. Cash doesn't have as much threat, but Digne will be more on more set pieces, and has that advantage as well, which means he has a better attacking threat than Matty Cash. Cucurella, maybe not. Cucurella, I'm not too convinced. Like, I prefer Digne out of the three. Can Digne get rotated? Possibly, yes, he could. But in terms of those three, I would prefer Luca Digne over the other two. But I don't know, because I feel like Luca Digne is much more attacking than Target, so he will get bit more games. So yeah. Madison or Jota, Saka to KDB. Madison or Jota. Leicester are playing Brighton. Liverpool are playing Palace. I will go Jota. So Jota, I'll go Jota for Suman. And Saka to KDB. Yeah, Suman, I think Saka to KDB is not a bad shout. The one thing is Arsenal are playing Burnley. So Burnley, I don't know. Burnley could be good. Burnley could be pretty bad as well. So yeah, I think I'm not too bad again. Like Saka to KDB, pretty good shout because of the fact that Saka the next few games is also going to miss. So I'm not against that. Alan said thanks. No worries, Alan. Also, guys, we had about 10 people watching this stream. So hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button as well. Hit the subscribe button. Huge shout out to everyone who's watching the stream. I should probably do more of this. Probably a bit more later time because the views are pretty good on this and we get a lot of people also talking about it. So maybe I should do more of this. I will potentially do more deadline streams. Hit that subscribe button as well. We're trying to get 100 subscribers. We're right now on 85 as well. So if I've helped you and if you think the stream has kind of like helped you, to hit that subscribe button because I'll be doing way more of this going forward as well. And yeah, hit the like button, smash the like button. Helps the stream to get found a bit more. Let me get some water. My voice is going. I was planning on ending this like half an hour ago, but the conversations have been great. So I'm continuing. What is my current rank? It's right on top there. I am 13,039. Top 13k. Top 13k. It's right on top of my camera thing. Suman said thanks. No worries, Suman. Thank you very much as well. Vinu subscribed. Where are you based out, bro? Subscribe. Thank you, Vinu. Huge shout out to you. Where am I based? Australia. FPL Us. So I'm from the Australian community. So I'm basically up late night, but chatting with you guys. So it's pretty cool. Brilliant rank. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. But yeah, I will like the engagement with you guys is pretty sick. Like I'm really enjoying talking to everyone. So I'll definitely do more of these double game weeks. Oh, look at that! We got a subscriber notification. Huge shout out to Vinu as well for subscribing. Thank you very much for subscribing. Also, yeah, if you guys want to hit the subscribe button, we're trying to get to 100 subscribers, and right now we have 12 people as well watching on stream. So, I mean, we could easily get to 90 at least. So, if anyone wants to subscribe, do hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. And if you guys have questions, put it in the chat. I'm happy to answer it. Should I sell Mount this week or save the transfer? And if I do sell him, who should I buy in? Tom, how much do you have in the bank? How much do you have in the bank? Mount is 7.7. Depends on how much you have in the bank, then I can tell you a midfielder. Right now, let me actually find that for you guys. Hold on, let me find it for you guys. Let me know how much you have in the bank. And this was FPL Reviews Game Week 23. These were like their top point scorer possibilities. So if that kind of helps you. 2 million. 2 million. That's not too bad. So you basically have 7, 8, 9.7 potentially. 9.7. Here's the thing, right? You could 7.9 million if I sell Mount. Oh, okay. Oh, 0.2 million. Oh, 0.2 million. 0.2. Okay. Then my bad. If it's 0.2 million, then probably Coutinho, but I don't. So this is the thing, right? Everyone was asking about Coutinho before as well, and I don't think Coutinho will play the full 90 minutes. So if you're willing to take that risk of Coutinho not playing the full 90 minutes, then he could be a good option. But at the same time, I did tell everyone like probably wait one more week and decide about Coutinho. The other option is, see, you're just short of Foden. I don't know if you have Foden or not. But yeah, I think right now maybe Coutinho is the decent option, given that because we're thinking that Villa will double as well in 24. So I think Coutinho is a decent option. If you have Bowen, I mean, I don't know what your midfield is like. If you don't have any of these like Jota or Fernandez or Bowen, Foden. So yeah, let me know what your midfield is like, Tom. Dennis, welcome to the channel. Dennis or Pedro? Dennis. I will go Dennis over Pedro. Should I save the transfer? Yeah, Tom, I think you could probably do better saving the transfer because if we do get double game week 24 news with Villa, then I think you could potentially do 2 transfers then. So I would save the transfer. Sunny Patel, who should I captain this week? Depends on who you have, Sunny. If you have a Watford player between Dennis and King, I think it could be either. Like Dennis or King, right now it's a very close call. King and Dennis both very close in terms of expected points. So you could captain either. I wouldn't mind. Right now I don't have King, so I have the armband on Dennis. But if I had both, I would still potentially favor Dennis over King, for me at least. If you don't have either of those, then it depends on who you have. If you have Cancelo or Arnold, and if you don't have Watford assets, then it's between either Cancelo, Trent, or KDB. If you don't have Watford assets and if you have KDB, I would put it on KDB. What's the call on captaining Cancelo? Rohan, could work out. The problem is you are hoping for a clean sheet, which I think would come, and then you're hoping for an attack in return. So, I mean, it could pay out. I'm not against it, but if you have Watford assets, then I mean, I was still captain of Watford asset because Norwich and Burnley. Initially, I wasn't convinced by Watford and their attacking assets. I'm still not really convinced by Watford, to be honest. But it kind of can pay off, to be honest, because you might as well roll with it, see what happens. Norwich and Burnley, probably some of the easiest fixtures Watford are going to get. And Watford need to win these fixtures because if they don't, they're going to get relegated. So they badly need the wins. So that's why I'm going. But Cancelo as a captain option, I think is a good call this week. If you don't have any double game week players, I think Cancelo, Trent, KDB, those will be my top three single game week captaincy choices. KDB first, followed by Cancelo and Trent. I have Ronaldo, Dennis, and Jota as well. Sunny, then I would captain Dennis. I wouldn't captain Ronaldo or Jota. I have Ronaldo. I'm not really convinced by his form, to be honest. That's why I'm not captaining him. I have Jota as well. Jota also can usually go silent at times, which is why I'm not captaining him. Man United just tweeted an article saying Ronaldo is a doubt, thinking of transferring him out. Ooh, Mark, welcome to the chat. Where did you see that? What? Ronaldo is a doubt. What? Where is this? Where is this? Oh, okay. Wait, I just seen this. Cristiano is a question mark to face West Ham because he has a problem with his neck. He received treatment yesterday for 2 to 3 hours and will have to wait and see how he feels today. Oh no. Okay. Let me actually bring that up for anyone who hasn't seen this. Alright, so Cristiano is question mark to face West Ham because he has a problem with his neck. He received treatment yesterday for 2 to 3 hours and will have to wait and see how he feels today. See, this is not great news. When you see things like this, you're like, oh man, why the hell? See, the last time Ralph Ragnick. So here's the thing, right? Ralph Ragnick, when he kind of like says maybe potentially, then he possibly means he's not going to risk it whenever he needs to. If that's the case, if Ronaldo is out, and it seems he most likely is going to be out, or well, not miss. I shouldn't say is going to be out. He could potentially play. I would actually get rid of Ronaldo then. To be honest, now if that's going to happen, then I don't mind getting rid of Ronaldo. Now here's the thing, right? Now I kind of need to look into like, how I use the funds, because I can use the funds in two ways. I could bring King, right, and have both King and Dennis for the Watford game, or I can bring Watkins ahead of a potential double game week 24. This move I like a bit more than Ronaldo. Looks like I'm getting rid of Ronaldo. Yeah, looks like it. Same. I also wasn't thinking of making a transfer. Now here I am. Should I sell Mount for Foden this week? -4 since I don't have a midfielder from City, or should I wait for next week? I Mount for -4 for Foden if you don't have a City midfielder. Yeah, I think I'll do it. I would probably do it side because I just think that Southampton are not that great. Like they considered 3 against Wolves, and Wolves don't even score 3 usually. So I feel like that's City could potentially go ham on Southampton. So I mean, I would do it. Just keep in mind, it's a risk. It's a risk always bringing in a City play. It's always a risk. So it could be a risk, but I would probably do it. Looks like I'm getting. Okay, yeah. Ronaldo to Bruno or Kane. Ooh. Kane is playing Chelsea. That's the one thing. But Kane looked really good though in the last game. And it seemed like he's bringing back his form that he used to be like a good FPL asset. I would do Ronaldo to Bruno because it seems like Bruno was very effective when Ronaldo wasn't on the pitch. So I would do Ronaldo to Bruno. But Kane, if Kane wasn't playing Chelsea, then I might have considered it. But he's playing Chelsea, so I'm kind of a bit more this thing against it. And especially they're playing at Stamford Bridge. So which is why I'll probably go Bruno because of the fact that there is a potential that Manchester United double in game week 25. So you might as well just have the United player now. So it could potentially benefit you. I need to find more news on this Ronaldo thing now. That kind of like put a dent in all my plans as well. I did not expect that. Uh, I just definitely did not expect that. Um, Here's the thing. This is from the Manchester United this thing app. Cristiano Ronaldo has emerged as um, a dove for United's game with West Ham United. Sustained a neck problem during the 3-1 victory. Man, the game is tomorrow. Surely he's not that fit. Eddie hasn't been in training with the team yet and will hopefully resume training today, and then we'll take the final decision after training session today. If he will be available for the game tomorrow. Oh. Yeah, I will probably, now I'm looking to probably get rid of Ronaldo. If that's the case. If Ronaldo is going to be out, who can we bring in? This is the thing, right? I think Watkins is probably the better move. Than King, but King has a double game week and a potentially another double game week as well. Let me just ask this on Twitter. What are people doing with Ronaldo? Let's see what people are doing with Ronaldo. What are people here doing with Ronaldo? Also, guys, about 8 people here on chat. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well if you're there. We're trying to get to 100 subs, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. Smash that like button so that more people can actually find the stream. What do we do with Ronaldo? What do we do with Ronaldo? Also, oh, okay, here we go. We got something from Ben Krellin as well. So double game week finishes in 25. 26 are likely to be announced. Yeah. So this is updated schedule as I exported to cover. Okay, so he's got the double for 23 and double game week for 25. He's got Brighton with Watford and United, and there is no Aston Villa double in 24. Villa versus Leeds for 24 looking unlikely then. Very unlikely. So yeah. Okay, so that means Villa potentially don't double in 24. And we don't see any doubles in 24. Interesting. See, if that's the case, then I'm not really convinced to be actually bringing Watkins as well. You know what I can do now? With all of this going crazy? What I could probably do is I could go King. See, this is unnecessary crazy stuff. But I've gone from not wanting to do a -4 to maybe I could bring in King and also do De Bruyne. I could actually do something like this for a -4. Do I really want to be doing a -4? I don't think I want to be doing a -4. Probably not. Probably not. But if I go King, it gives me enough funds to bring in Salah for Game Week 24. Easy swap. If I go Josh King now. So that becomes a very easy swap to bring in Salah for 24 if I go Josh King. I think that's what I'm thinking now. Probably go Josh King and then bring Salah for 24. Uh, where is that? Here we go. Alright, I think if anyone has any questions, chuck it in the chat. I am now wondering what do we do with Ronaldo. I'm wondering whether I should just bring in Josh King, and then that gives me enough funds to do Henderson. I think even if Ronaldo doesn't start, he'll probably get benched. I really don't want to now this thing with that. Probably might do the swap. I kind of probably looks like I'll have to like decide this cap captain Dennis or King. Suman Dennis for me Dennis. I will probably captain Dennis, but I think King is also a good shot. It's one of those 50-50. It's like the Ronaldo Bruno thingy. I mean not Ronaldo Bruno, but it's more like the Antonio Bowen situation where both were decent shouts. Eventually, one outperformed. If one outperforms the other, you can't help it. It's just gonna happen. I mean, it is what it is. But I think both Dennis and King are good shouts. But I am leaning more towards Dennis right now. Kendrick, welcome to the stream. Watkins or DCL? There's a good chance double game week for Aston Villa for game week 24. Now, here's the thing, right? I saw a tweet from Ben Krellin which stated that Aston Villa potentially don't double for 24. Where is it? Let me bring it up for you guys again. Oh, no. Let's put it back in here. I think I have it here. Here we go. So this is the double game week 20. Ben Krellin's shit. If you guys don't follow him on Twitter, check it out. He has added a double game week for 24. But he's added the potential United game and the potential Brighton double up and Spurs double up for 26. And let's talk FPL. Andy has asked Villa versus Leeds for 24, and he says looking very unlikely. So maybe they don't double up in 24. I wonder when Watford will double up though. Again, not really sure. I don't really want to have both King and Dennis. That's the only one problem. But if I bring in King, that means I have enough funds to bring in Salah for game week 24. If I do the King move. I mean, I can also potentially, I'll probably have enough funds for other stuff as well, but yeah. Because the other option is, if I wanted to fit Salah in, right? And I really like the option of Luca Digne because I already get rid of Alonso. Aston Villa, Luca Digne, right? That means I can bring in a striker only for like 6.4. And apart from Josh King, there aren't any other strikers that really convince me at 6.4. So which means like I can't afford Watkins because that will be my midfield. I mean, I can probably drop Antonio to get Watkins in. That's a possibility. The other player I'm very interested by, now that Elanga is playing for United's double. See, look at that. He's in midfield at 4.8. Eesh. That's a very tempting offer. If he continues to play, I'll be very tempted. I don't know who I'm going to bring in now for striker. But yeah. Who is the Watkins or DCL? Yeah. Again, Kenrick. That's just me beating around the bush. But for your question, Watkins or DCL, long run, I prefer Watkins over DCL for the long run. What about Broha? Southampton, not good fixtures, so probably not Broha. City, Tottenham, United, Everton, probably won't go Broha. But yeah, I prefer Watkins over DCL at the moment. Suman said Bernardo or Foden. Foden for me, Suman. Alfat, welcome to the chat as well. Who is the captain, Dennis or King? For me, it's Dennis at the moment. Even if I was to bring in King, I'll probably lean towards Dennis. And also, we have a new subscriber, Kendrick. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the football chat box. Oh yeah, we have about 15 viewers right now, which is crazy. Guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. 15 viewers. I mean, if all 15 of you guys subscribe, we could probably hit 100 subscribers today. We're on about 85 or 86 right now. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Finley, welcome to the football chat box. Foden or Sterling? Ooh. Foden or Sterling? Sterling has had the better underlying numbers over the last few game weeks and potentially has penalties as well. I don't think Mahrez is playing this game week, but Mahrez is back because Algeria got knocked out of AFCON. But for this game, if it's for game week 23, I would go Sterling. But I think Foden is the better long-term pick. And also just because of the funds difference, I would pick Foden. But if it is just the one game week, then maybe Sterling. But I would pick Foden for the long term. I hope that answered your question, Finley. Also, we have about 18 odd viewers, 18 or 19 viewers. Hit the subscribe button, guys, and also hit that like button. Kenrick, thoughts on Cancelo captain? Good chance of clean sheet. They are highest predicted clean sheet at 49%. Yeah, I would go with if you don't have a Watford asset, then I think Cancelo is a good option as a captain. That's why I have the vice captain armband on him. For me, at least this game week, I feel like KDB, Cancelo, and Trent are like probably my best captaincy options right now. But I think, yeah, if you want to captain Cancelo and don't have Watford player, not too bad. I think it's a good shot. Antonio or Watkins? Joshua, welcome Joshua. Antonio or Watkins? Watkins, mainly because of the fact that United are still a bit more of a difficult team than Everton in terms of defensive, at least. And I wouldn't be surprised if Watkins gets something. Although both of them have really good fixtures going ahead, but Watkins just has the better ones. And Watkins has the possibility of a double game week as well, so that's why I'll go Watkins. Welcome, Gowri. Should I put Ruff instead of any of the below players? What are the below players? I will wait for your next comment for the below players. Also, about 20 odd people in the stream right now. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe button as well. Saka, Bernardo, Jota, Bowen. Okay, that's his below players. Gowri, should I put Rafinha instead of any of the below players? The thing with Leeds, right, is after the Newcastle game, I don't really like any of their upcoming fixtures. But Saka, on the other hand, Rafinha, on the other hand, has been looking pretty decent over the last few weeks. They like Aston Villa, Everton, United, Tottenham, Leicester, bit of a difficult fixture run. If I was to remove one person from your midfield, Gowri, it would most likely be Bernardo. But at the same time, I think you probably should need to have a midfield cover at least for the Southampton game because from City. So if you don't have any City midfield coverage, might just keep Bernardo. But I think Rafinha is a good shot for Newcastle. Um, it's just that the next few fixtures for Leeds aren't great. Um, Hello, David. Welcome to the channel. Hi, Alonso, White, or Reguilon in first 11? Ben White. Arsenal playing Burnley? Yeah, probably Ben White. Ben White for me over Alonso and Reguilon. I mean, Alonso and Reguilon are both really attacking compared to Ben White, but both of those teams don't seem like they can keep a clean sheet. But Arsenal seem more likely to keep a clean sheet. That's just the reasoning why I'm going for that. But yeah. Suman, but all game week Foden not play. I mean, did he play last game week? He did, right? Last game week. Yeah, here's the thing, right? Foden is one of those players that if he plays, he looks really good. If he doesn't play, then he's like, I don't know. Like I've held Foden even during the times he got benched because I still feel like he's one of the best City attacking assets to own. So it comes with the pep roulette. Any City player you own, apart from by the looks of it, Cancelo and Ederson right now, pep roulette risk. So you kind of have to take that on the chin when it does happen. But yeah. Kosai, welcome to the football chat box. Watkins or Rafinha? Watkins. Watkins over Rafinha. Yep. Hulk 505. Parkman to Foster for a -4. Already have De Gea. Ooh. No. I wouldn't do it for a -4. No. Because if you do it for a -4, then you're hoping that Watford keep at least one clean sheet, which is very unlikely. There is a higher chance that De Gea keeps a clean sheet and gets you save points. I don't think Manchester United will keep a clean sheet, but at least De Gea will get you save points. And if you're doing it for a -4, I won't do it. I wouldn't do a goalkeeper transfer for a -4, even if it was a double game week, unless it was a really good team. But this is Watford we're talking about, and they struggle to keep clean sheets. David said, thanks. No worries, David. Kenrick, thoughts on doubling up on Man City defenders moving forward? Laporte or Diaz both look good. Laporte, I would go Laporte for just because of the price range. Diaz is a bit more expensive. And recently, Diaz has been getting dropped as well recently. Oh, well, not, yeah. I say getting dropped and it just got dropped really last one. Here's the thing. Laporte is a bit more of an affordable range, which is why I would go Laporte instead of Diaz because you can probably use that 0.6 million somewhere else. But keep in mind, every City player is almost basically a rotation risk, so keep that in mind as well. But I don't mind Kenrick in terms of doubling up for City assets. I think it's a good shot. But yeah, just keep in mind that occasionally they could get benched, but I think they are both good options. Keep Mora or move on to Man City midfielder. Finley, didn't you have a mid? You don't. I'm assuming you don't have a City midfielder. If you don't have a City midfielder, keep Mora and move to a Man City. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you could actually do that, but keep in mind that Spurs have potential double game week upcoming, potentially in game week 26. Oh no, they don't, do they? Or they may be City and Brighton, tough ones, but could happen. But yeah, I mean, you could do it. You could do more to Man City midfielder. I think Man City upcoming fixtures are pretty good. They have some really good upcoming fixtures. So I'd probably do it, yeah. Josh, welcome, Josh. Great to Rafinha and Son to KDB -4. Bench boost, De Gea, Rudiger, Antonio, Lamptey. Uh, Great to Rafinha and Son to KDB for a -4. Yeah, doesn't it sounds pretty good. I think I would do that. Bench boost, De Gea, Rudiger, Antonio, Lamptey. I probably won't do that. I don't think I'll bench boost that bench though. I mean, I already have a very similar bench. Well, I don't. I have De Gea, not Antonio at the moment. I don't think I'll bench boost that though, because Brighton are playing less. They could very well concede. I won't bench boost, but I'll do the transfers you mentioned. Ronaldo neck injury. Ronaldo to Watkins. Yep. That's what I also was considering. I was considering either Watkins or Josh King. The reason for me at least, this is very, again, keep in mind, it's very squad specific. For me, King, if I do King, I can do Henderson to Salah next week. So that's probably why I would do Josh King. But I think Watkins is also a good move. That's just me, personal preference. But yeah. But I think Watkins is also a good move. Ronaldo neck injury, yeah, looks like he's going to go out. Let me bring this up here because I'm also starting to get a neck injury. Rami says Bernardo out. Foden, Bowen, or Coutinho in. Foden. Rami, I would go Foden. I think Bowen and Coutinho are really good options, to be honest. And going forward, also really good options. But I like Foden as an option as well, as a City option. I think you want to have a City midfielder, so I'll probably go Foden. Keep in mind though, Pep Roulette can happen to any player. So Foden also very well likely can happen. Ronaldo 75 chance to play. So man, it looks like for me at least, Ronaldo. See, with that neck injury news, it looked like for me that it's even if he doesn't start, potentially he doesn't start, but could be on the bench. So that could happen. Roll a transfer or free transfer in Rafinha for Gray. Akshat, I would roll a transfer, assuming you have a decent others. Like if you have a good starting team, I would roll the transfer because I think rolling the transfer you could be very advantageous for Game Week 24. Bilakshan, welcome to the channel. Would you do Rudiger to Digne this week or wait for next week? Me myself personally, right now, I've got Alonso. And let me tell you, I wish I got Alonso. I got rid of Alonso. I wish I got rid of Alonso a long time ago. But he's been in my team just because of the sake I'm fighting fires elsewhere. Would I do Rudiger to Digne this week? Maybe, but I can kind of see Everton scoring. So maybe you can wait one more week if you wanted to. Because of the fact that next week is an international break, and to be honest, we could be filled with injury news and whatnot from the international break, and that will put us in a much more tougher position. So I think you could probably hold you could probably hold Rudiger for one more week. How about Pedro as a striker? 2 Watford strikers, good or bad? Pedro, probably not. 2 Watford strikers, good or bad? Not really bad. Could be good. Again, let me show you guys. These were the 2 Watford players who are most likely to get points this week. King and Dennis. Pedro is like a off chance, could perform, but I am not really feeling Pedro as much. Like I prefer Dennis and King over Pedro. Son to KDB plus Broha to Watkins for -4. Kenrick, Son to Broha, not too bad. I'll do that, Kenrick. Son to KDB, I like Son to KDB. I don't mind that move. Broha to Watkins, yeah, that could work out. It could work out. But again, keep in mind squad structure. if you guys don't have Salah, how are you going to fit Salah in? You kind of have to all like keep all of that in mind when doing these moves. So probably go try look in the team plan and see. I don't have Alonso, but I gotta say, as a Chelsea fan, that he sure does love a goal against Tottenham. Alonso is going to be in my team this week. I am not transferring him out. Um, so yeah, Rami, I will take that goal if he does get it. I would definitely take that goal if he does. Um, by the way, first of all, we've got about 25 viewers, which is insane. It says 25 to 31 viewers right now, which is insane. I've never had so many viewers on the channel before. So, which is insane, first of all. Guys, hit the subscribe button. I'm just going to check the subscriber count because I think we're really close to 100 subscribers, and it would be amazing if you guys can get me to 100 subscribers. I think I'm on 92 right now, which is insane. So if you guys can get me to 100 subscribers today, that'll be amazing. But yeah, let's continue. If you have any other questions, also hit the like button. Hit the like button. It'll get more people on the stream as well. Akshat says, yes, I have a decent team. Foster, Rudiger, Trent, Alexander, Cancelo, Bowen, Gray, Madison, Foden, Jota, Ronaldo, Dennis with Sufala bench. So Bowen, Gray, Madison, Foden, Jota, Ronaldo, Dennis with Sufal on bench. Yeah, that's pretty good team, Akshat. So I would definitely roll that team. It's not bad. It's not too bad. The one thing is, keep in mind that Ronaldo, with all this news about the neck injury, he could potentially mess it up. Um, uh, so he could get actually benched Ronaldo with this possible new neck injury news that has come out. So keep that in mind, guys. Suggest a long-term striker because I have to get rid of Vardy. Oh wow, long-term striker because you have to get rid of Vardy. It's very hard. Okay, here's your mid-term striker. I won't suggest long-term because it's not possible to suggest long-term. But in terms of mid-term striker, I will go Watkins. Watkins as your mid-term striker option. I hope that helps. Ananta Krishan. I hope I pronounced that name correctly as well. Rami says Gallagher. Let me bring this closer. I'm getting a neck pain moving about. Rami says Gallagher, Watkins, Antonio, Rudiger. Who should I bench out of those four? Out of those four, Gallagher and Antonio have hardest fixtures. Yeah, I'll probably bench Gallagher, Rami. They have the hardest fixtures. So I'll probably bench Gallagher. Because they've got Liverpool. Yeah, I'll probably bench Gallagher. Dennis or Cancelo captain, and why? For me, I am going with Dennis at the moment as my captain over Cancelo. Now, what time's the deadline? I need to keep an eye out for that as well. 5:30. Yeah. I'm going for Dennis as my captaincy choice, mainly because of the fact that it's the two games, double games, and it's Norwich Burnley. And the other thing that I mentioned earlier on the stream was so Norwich and Burnley are both weaker on their left hand side, which is Watford's right hand side. So that gives Dennis way more opportunities for chances to get to create chances and also to get chances. That's why I've kind of gone with Dennis as captain. And also I mean, if by chance a defender loses a clean sheet, then you're hoping for attacking returns, and it's not always guaranteed that you get attacking returns. So that's kind of why I've gone with Dennis as captain. I think Cancelo is a good choice, but I'm just gonna go with double gaming player and see how it goes. Could you suggest a 4 million defender? Could I suggest a 4 million defender? Ooh, okay. Let me find out. Let me find you a 4 million defender. Has it? Does it really have to be 4 million, or can it be 4.3? Because if it's 4.3, I like Ant Nuri. Although I'm not sure whether he plays a lot of games or not. But Ant Nuri at 4.3 is a good option. 4 million though. Mm, see, Johnson is the only one, but he's not starting anymore. Probably Brandon Williams. I know it's a Norwich team, but if you wanted exactly 4 or under, for me it'll be Brandon Williams. But if you can go 4.3, I like Ant Nuri. I think Ant Nuri is a pretty good option, 4.3. Uh, Holding's not playing, so no. Yeah, probably Brandon Williams for just under 4. Thanks, mate. Hope you have a good game week. I hope you have a good game week as well, Ananta, Krishan. Uh, Putting faith in you with Dennis pick. Kenrick, I'm also putting faith in Dennis. So um, let's hope we all this thing get something good. Should I transfer in De Bruyne? Mohammed, welcome to the stream. Should you transfer in De Bruyne? Depends on who you're transferring out, and are you doing it for a hit? And Garab, Dennis or King? Again, by the way, I should tell everyone, Dennis or King, it could go either way, right? In terms of predicted points, right now, King kind of edges it in terms of predicted points over Dennis, mainly because of the fact that King kind of has like penalties in his locker, and that's why he kind of edges it over for predicted points. But let me actually make this bigger for you guys so you guys can kind of see it. But I have Dennis at the moment, so that's why I'm captaining Dennis. And also the fact that it could be like, they could be a bit more weaker. Oh, that's too big for you guys. Sorry. Like the teams they're facing are a bit more weaker on their left hand side, so Dennis could potentially benefit from it. But again, it's a 50-50 call. At the end of the day, we could potentially be sitting here and saying both of them flopped and a single game week player was the option to go with. But yeah, I mean, it's a 50-50 call. Depends who you prefer. King has better underlying stats in certain areas. Dennis is the more on-form player. So if you want to go form player, Dennis. If you want underlying stats, King. Bench Bowen, Antonio, or DCL. Ooh. I'd bench Antonio. Bowen, I'll start. DCL, it's either between DCL or Antonio. I'm just gonna go with the Antonio. Sorry, DCL new manager bounce kind of thing. So I'll probably bench Antonio. But keep in mind, the Lindelof won't be in United centre back pairing, so which means it's probably going to be Maguire and Varane again. And Maguire really doesn't impress me. So I mean, they could get a few goals. Antonio could score, but at the moment, I think I'll bench Antonio. Pedro was on pins last year with Watford. That is a threat for King. Also, he has blanked for a lot of game weeks 6, I think. Josh King, right? Yeah, Josh King. Here's the thing, right? Look at this. This is from TED Talks FPL. In the last 8 matches, King has started and finished every game, while Dennis was subbed off on 3 occasions. In that time, Dennis accumulated double FPL points versus King, but the latter beats him in the stats department. Okay. Now, Dennis's fixture shows that he only surprisingly blank came in the last game week versus Newcastle, which is interesting, where King had the better chances. King's timeline shows spikes in non-penalty XG against Leicester, Brentford, West Ham and Newcastle, but his conversion remains poor. So that's the thing, right? Josh King, his conversion isn't that great. Only managing to score from the penalty spot versus Leicester. So Watford double against Norwich and Burnley. Both opponents are surprisingly mediocre at conceding big chances, which would have suited King, and tend to concede way more speculative. Burnley haven't conceded a pen compared to Norwich's versus 6, so King could be benefited. But again, like Ted says, all in all, classic case of form versus stats and conversion versus positioning. So King probably gets better from the spot, but Dennis knows how to find the back of the net. So for him, Dennis edges it. But yeah, again, it's a very close call between Dennis and King. So it's a very close call. So I'm not sure. It could go either way. By the way, guys, if you are new, do hit that subscribe button. We are currently hitting very close, if not really close, to 100 subscribers. I'm just going to check how many subscribers we are on, because I would love to hit 100 subscribers on stream with you guys. We're on 93 subscribers. So if we can get 7 more subscribers, we can hit 100 subscribers. We are 93 right now, which is really close. So if we can hit 100, that would be insane. Why everyone put in Foden? I've had Foden for a long time. I've held Foden for a long time, even during the times he went missing. So that's why I'm starting Foden. But for everyone else looking at Foden, because Foden is still probably one of City's best attacking players going forward. Probably their second best attack. After KDB, Foden is probably their next best attacking option, I would say. That's why I can see why people are putting Foden. Resha, welcome to the chat, and also Soccer TV, welcome to the chat. Gallagher and Bernardo for Coutinho, and Sterling with a -4. For a -4, maybe not. Resha, mainly because of the fact that here's the thing with Coutinho. I don't think Coutinho will play the full 90, but I think he will get a significant chunk of minutes to play. Which means he could potentially could potentially score during that time. So keep that in mind. He might not get the full 90 because I don't think he's played a full 90 minutes in a really long time. For Coutinho, for a -4, maybe Sterling I think might be still on pins. So it could be an option, Resha, if you wanted to. I'm just not, I don't know, for a -4, it's a bit more of this thing. I'm a bit more wait and kind of see kind of situation. But yeah, I mean, it could work out because even if you don't, especially if you don't have like a City coverage, it could potentially work out because Southampton aren't that great as well. So, I mean, I wouldn't be against it, to say the least. And I think Coutinho is a good long-term option as well going forward. I think Coutinho is a good long-term option. Sterling, I guess you'll be having a short-term option. But yeah, good choice. Max6, welcome to the channel. KDB replaced Madison or Gray? KDB replaced Madison or Gray? For me, I would go... Ooh, let me actually find that out. Hold on. Let me find... So these Lego Mane's remaining fixtures, right? And you want to replace Madison or Gray. Who do Leicester have left over? Leicester have quite a few fixtures. Everton have Burnley, Newcastle, Leicester. What are their next upcoming fixtures? Let me see. So Everton's upcoming fixtures, the next until Game Week 26 are decent for Everton. With regards to Madison, yeah, Leicester's upcoming fixtures aren't great. So I'd probably go Madison, KDB to replace Madison. And also because of the fact that Madison is 7, I think Gray is cheaper, right? Kind of gives you the funds to do other stuff. So yeah, I'll replace KDB with Madison. Yes, that's good. Wait, no, it's not good. Wait, what's not good? Soccer TV. I don't understand. Laporte, Foden, and Foster in for Carson, James, and Regulion for a -4. Laporte, Foden, and Foster in for Carson, James, and Regulion. Mohammed, who is your other goalkeeper? Who is the other goalkeeper you have? Because I wouldn't recommend bringing Foster in for a -4, to be honest. Hamza, Ramsey, or Coutinho in. See, this is the thing, right? I was telling people, wait one more week, and kind of see what happens with Coutinho, and also what happens with Jacob Ramsey, because Jacob Ramsey, for the price he's at, is a huge steal. Um, if you can wait one more week, I would wait one more week, because the fact that Ramsey's price is pretty good, it's a good price range, and I'm actually really tempted by it. But I like Coutinho more, so I think I would probably go Coutinho out of the two. But Ramsey's price range is pretty good, and if you can like stock up on midfield elsewhere, then yeah. Make my Axix says thank you, no worries. Mohammed says De Gea. Yeah, if you have De Gea and you're trying to bring in Foster for a -4, I wouldn't do it. I probably won't do it. If you already had Foster, then yeah. But if you don't have Foster and you're trying to bring in for a -4, I actually won't do it, because of the fact that, here's the thing, right? I'm not really convinced by Watford's ability to keep a clean sheet. So that's why I probably won't do it, because if you bring him for a -4, then you have to hope that he somehow gets a clean sheet in one of those games. Okay, but De Gea on the other side, okay, maybe even United possibly don't keep a clean sheet, but at least I feel like De Gea gets a few save points, and because of that, he kind of like, he will almost equal, if not better, better Foster over Foster's 2 games. It could happen. So for a -4, I'm a bit against it. I would have to remove Carson to get Foden and Laporte in otherwise. Yes. Okay, I see your problem. Okay, now I see your problem. Yeah. Then yeah, go. Yeah, okay. If that's the case, then yeah. I just forgot that Carson was a City goalkeeper. Yeah, if that's your case, then yeah, go for it. If you're getting City players to play against Southampton and going forward as well, then yeah, go for it. Luis, welcome to the channel. Hey mate, what do you think about Regulion or White to Laporte and Soufal to Digne? Regulion or White to Laporte? Not a bad shot. Regulion or White. I'll probably go Ben White, mainly because Arsenal are missing game week 25 and 27. To Laporte. Soufal to Lucas Digne. I think that's also a good shout. I'm not too worried about that as well. Soufal to Lucas Digne. Although Soufal's a pretty good fullback. It's just that I like Lucas Digne also as a fullback option. So I'm not. I mean, both of those are good moves. Yeah, not too bad, Luis. That could work. Anyways, first of all, guys, I need to kind of like mention this. There are about 19 of y'all on the channel right now. If you guys can hit that subscribe button, that would be amazing. And huge shout out to Mayank Basaran. I hope I didn't pronounce that wrong. For subscribing as well. Huge shout out. We are currently on, let me bring this up, 95 subscribers. If you can hit 100 today, that would be insane. So if you can hit 100, and there are about 17 to 19 of you guys here, that would be amazing. So yeah, hit the subscribe button. I would love to hit 100 subscribers today. But yeah, hit the subscribe button if you are new. And yeah, keep asking those questions. I will have that open. Let's hope we can hit 100 subscribers today. That'll be sick if we can do it. We're on 95. And Luis, I hope I answered your question. I hope that kind of like answered your question. By the way, I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with Ronaldo. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with Ronaldo. I'm probably going to replace Ronaldo. The only problem is I don't really want to triple up. Thanks, mate. Just subbed. Thank you, Luis. What a legend. Thank you for subscribing. Um, the problem is I just can't bring myself. Okay, Ronaldo already has the yellow flag as well now. I just can't bring myself to triple up on Watford. I don't know. Hey mate, what do you think about downgrading Ronaldo to King or Pedro and upgrading Gray to Rafinha? Remember, I got Dennis and Foster. Downgrading Ronaldo to King. Here, this is the thing right now. I'm also thinking about this move. It's just that I'm just can't bring myself to triple up on Watford, but at the same time, I'm like, if I downgrade Ronaldo to King, then I can afford Salah in 24, and it kind of like makes so much sense to do that right now because it's Watford are doubling, and I can afford Salah in 24. It just kind of makes sense quite a lot. So I'll probably do that for King and not for Pedro because of the fact that King kind of has penalties as well, potentially. But then it was mentioned before as well on the chat that Pedro also kind of like took penalties before. So, I mean, I don't know. King probably has a bit of a better underlying stats than Pedro. But FPL is a crazy game. The player you least expect could potentially outscore anyone else. So Pedro could potentially outscore both King and Dennis as well. So, I mean, it's a crazy game. Anything can happen. But I'm not against it, especially if it like kind of helps you to bring like Ronaldo or sorry, if it helps you to bring Salah and all for next game. I'm not against it. Let me bring the screen back up. Or could I just get Laporte in and Jack Harrison in and save a -4? Oh wait, hold on. Going back to Luis, cause I thought I'd do that or just take one of those transfers instead of have 2 free transfers for next week. Yeah, Luis, I think if you can do one of those transfers and then save the other transfer to have 2 next week, I think that will be much more better than doing both this week, because of the fact that we don't know what's going to happen going forward. Like there is the international break as well, so a lot of things can actually like change during the international break. People could get injured and all of that. So if you can save a free transfer this week, right, to have one more, then insane. Arnaud said 100 subs. Did we actually hit 100 subs? Hold on, let me find out. Did we actually hit? Oh shit, we did. We hit 100 subs. First of all, shout out to everyone. We actually hit 100 subs. That's insane. We started the stream at 82 subs, right? We started the stream at 82 subs and we managed to actually climb to 100. That's insane. Thank you to everyone who subscribed recently. All right. Massive shout out to everyone who subscribed. I'm really happy now. That's one milestone we've hit. I'm definitely doing these streams going forward. So that's one milestone we hit. So shout out to everyone. Thank you all who subscribed recently. Thank you. All right, let's go back to the questions, shall we? The questions were... Okay, yeah, Luis, like I said, if you can save one transfer and have 2 free transfers next week, that's actually pretty good. Mohammed, I could get Laporte in and Jack Harrison in and save a -4, only because Harrison is on amazing form right now and scored against Newcastle both times last year, and I don't know if Foden starts. Yeah, this is the thing, right? With City assets, we don't know who's going to start at all. It's like it's basically Pep roulette, right? Do you think Foden will beat Pep's roulette? Chris also is asking. I don't know, to be honest. I've owned Foden and I have started him almost every time, just hoping that will he actually play? Will he be Pep roulette? I have no idea, bro. I mean, he could always be caught to Pep roulette, and it's just unlucky if he gets caught to Pep roulette, because if he does, it's unlucky. But if he plays, then I always think Foden can get an attack in return when he plays. So you kind of had to take that risk of City's assets, because City's assets are pretty good, and like anyone can get goals. The problem is their goals are spread amongst their midfield, but at the same time they're also good that you kind of like want to own a few of them. But yeah, Jack Harrison. In terms of Jack Harrison, I mean you could, but this was the thing with Leeds as well. From Leeds, I usually prefer only Rafinha. And we kind of discussed this because Leeds' upcoming fixtures aren't the best as well. Like Aston Villa, Everton, United, Tottenham, Leicester. Tough run of fixtures are coming up for Leeds, so keep that in mind. I usually probably like only Rafinha and no one really else. Harrison was good last season, but apart from that, this season he's been kind of off. Like look at it, only the last two game weeks he's returned. After that, he hasn't returned at all this season. So I probably will be a bit more careful with Harrison. Rafinha, on the other hand, I really like, but just keep in mind their fixtures are a bit more tough going forward. Mohammed also with the handshake. I don't know that as well. Thank you guys for subscribing. Luis mentioned true. That's what I figured. Maybe the same logic you should go for with CR7 situation with you. Things might change and triple Watford might not be good long term. Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. I must say, like triple Watford might not actually be good long term. And that's what I'm wondering what to do with CR7 as well. I haven't figured out who I want to start. Who I want to bring Ronaldo in for. Do I drop Josh King or not? I'm not really sure yet. So we'll have to see. And Teresa, Antonio, and Mount to Dennis and Rafinha for a -4. Have Josh King. Antonio and Mount to Dennis and Rafinha for a -4. Have Josh King. Mount, yes. Antonio, maybe. But Antonio has good fixtures after that as well. Like Watford, Leicester, Newcastle is not a bad fixture run. I mean, it could pay off actually, because of the fact that Josh King has that extra fixture. Sorry, Dennis has the extra fixture. Burnley, but then keep in mind, look at this, right? This is why I don't really want to double up on Watford, because this fixture run is hard after that. Sorry, triple up on Watford assets. This is a hard fixture run that I don't think even Dennis or Josh King are scoring that easily. So it does come with its risk. It's a pretty tough fixture run to actually like Antonio has better fixtures than Watford players going forward. So that's why I'm a bit against, like, if you're dropping Antonio, if it's for Watkins, then yeah, it's good. But if it's for a Watford striker, I'm a bit not sure about it. But Mount Rafinha, yeah, I think that could work out. I hope that helped Teresa. Because we kind of have to plan long term not long term, we kind of have to plan mid term as well, because it kind of helps, it's kind of important. We need to know. But like we can't be very reactive single game week, because then we come the next game week and then our squad's in a mess. So we kind of have to have the midterm planning as well. So that's why. But I mean, Dennis, I have Dennis and I have Captain Dennis, and I feel like he could perform. But yeah, maybe Kane could be a compromise to save for Salah. Louis, do you mean like bringing in Kane this week? But then Kane's playing Chelsea, right, this week? And if Salah is coming next week, then I'm like, do I really want to bring Kane in for 1 week? When I could potentially bring... I don't know who I'd bring, to be honest. I actually don't know who I'd bring. That's the other problem. Because Kane, I feel like if I drop Kane, then I'd take him out again. And they're playing Chelsea. It's not the easiest fixture as well, even though Chelsea have looked pretty bad recently. in terms of defensive at least. But Kane has looked on such good form recently that I'm like, ooh, this guy's getting really good now. So it could be tempting. Now, in terms of Ronaldo, what do I even do with Ronaldo? What do I even do with Ronaldo? For me, in my specific situation, I don't really want to double up with Watford players, right? Because of triple up with Watford, but double up in Watford attack. Because of their upcoming fixtures. West Ham not easy, Brighton not easy, Aston Villa not easy, United not easy, Arsenal not easy. These fixtures are tough, man. I won't be surprised if they don't score in any of these. It's a tough run of fixtures, right? Compared to maybe me bringing in someone like a Watkins. Much better fixture set. Because ideally, I would have liked to do Watkins in. Eventually, game week 24, I have. Where's Salah? Liverpool. I do Salah. And then, see, I'm 1.9 short. That's a problem. Money is an issue. I'll have to do Alonso down to someone. I have no idea who. Probably have to also replace Keane to someone. Again, I don't know who for. The other option, okay, now that we kind of maybe might see United doubling game week 25, is Greenwood could be an option for game week 25 if United do double. Greenwood, or even further, Elanga, now that he's playing a bit more, could be a decent option for a bench fodder. But yeah, and then again, obviously, we spoke about Jacob Ramsey. Also another good option. Just do that enabler to like enable the rest of the squad. But yeah, I am still not sure what I'm doing. Maybe benching Ronaldo and switching Hendo to like Harrison or someone cheaper, and then save for Salah. True, but then if I bought in Henderson there just so that he's just like that Salah thing where I'll just eventually replay, because like I don't want to drop. If Ronaldo is out, Bruno Fernandes becomes much more better option going forward, which then kind of like puts Jota, Foden, Fernandes, and Bowen as like a really good midfield to own. If I was to bring Salah and then eventually in the long run, right? If I was to drop someone, I'll be very tempted to drop Jota. At the moment, at least. The way the past few fixtures have gone and everything. But then we know Liverpool have a double up also coming up. We kind of have to target the doubles somewhat or the other. The other thing is, I could just have Ronaldo on there and just roll with it. And if he doesn't start, he doesn't start. Unlucky. And at least I can save the free transfer, right? I can save the free transfer and go into 24 with 2 free transfers and have a better idea of what to do with my squad. But yeah. Someone cheaper than Sephora. Yeah, Luis. That's true. I don't know. I haven't decided what to do with it yet. I'll probably go on Twitter, see what people are doing. Most likely everyone's just doubling up with Watford strikers, which I'm not really comfortable of doing it, but I can see why people are doing it. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, it's 4 a.m. in the morning over here in Australia, I think I'm gonna call it. I have been live for 2.5 hours with all of you insane legends, and I need to shout out all of you guys and girls and everyone else who was here. Everyone, you guys are all legends. So thank you all. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you are new. Hit that like button as well, and I hope everyone has a good game week with green arrows to everyone. Roy is there. He's asked Bernardo or Smith Rowe. Assuming you have both of them and you're trying to bench one, I would probably bench. I probably bench Smith Rowe. I probably bench and start Bernardo. But if you're trying to brain one of them, I would say neither and probably go Foden or Martinelli as an option, or even Saka if you're trying to bring someone in. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. I've been on live for 2.5 hours, which is pretty long. I haven't been live for this long. This is the first time, but we managed to hit 100 subscribers as well. That is just insane. I didn't really expect that we would ever hit 100 subscribers, but we've gone to 101 subscribers, so that's just insane. So thank you everyone. Huge shout out to you guys all for doing that. So if you're new, do hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well. We managed to hit 101 subscribers. That's just an insane milestone that we managed to pass. Shout out to everyone. I hope you guys get green arrows. I'm starting to lose my voice, and I kind of need to think of what I'm going to do with Ronaldo. If you have any questions, follow me on Twitter. My handle is right below, Ryan_MS28. I'll probably answer it on Twitter before I start to lose my voice as well. But yeah, thank you all. Good night, everyone. Have a good night. Green arrows for everyone as well. Hopefully, I'll probably do another live stream maybe next week or something like that. And I'll definitely going forward do these deadline day live streams because it seems like there's a lot of interaction and everything. So thank you to everyone. Have a good night. And yeah, green arrows to you all.